14. A problem with the truth functional if-then. The reader will recall that the truth functional version of if-then is characterized by the truth function that makes A be false precisely when A is true and B is false. As noted already, this is not a wholly satisfactory analysis of English if-then. Rather, it is simply the best we can do by way of a true functional version of if-then. Whereas the truth functional analysis of if-then is well suited to the timeless, causeless, eventless realm of mathematics, it is not so well suited to the realm of ordinary objects and events. In the present section, we examine one of the problems resulting from the truth functional analysis of if-then, a problem specifically having to do with the expression only if. We have paraphrased A only if B is not A if not B, which is paraphrased if not B, then not A, which is symbolized BA. The reader may recall that, using truth tables, one can show the following. BA is equivalent to AB now, BA is the translation of A only if B, whereas AB is the translation of if A, then B. Therefore, since BA is truth functionally equivalent to AB, we are led to conclude that A only if B is truth functionally equivalent to if A, then B. This means, in particular, that our original examples, O1 I will get an A in logic only if I take the exams, O2 I will get into law school only if I take the LSAT, are truth functionally equivalent to the following, respectively: E1 if I get an A in logic, then I will take the exams; E2 if I get into law school, then I will take the LSAT. Compared with the original statements, these sound odd indeed. Consider the last one. My response is that, if you get into law school, why bother taking the LSAT? The oddity we have just discovered further underscores the shortcomings of the truth functional if-then connective. The particular difficulty is summarized as follows. Only if B is equivalent in English to not A if not B, which is equivalent in English to if not B, then not A, which is symbolized BA, which is equivalent by truth tables to AB, which is the symbolization of if A then B. To paraphrase A only if B as if A then B is at the very least misleading in cases involving temporal or causal factors. Consider the following example. O3 my tree will grow only if it receives adequate light is best paraphrased P3 my tree will not grow if it does not receive adequate light, which is quite different from E3 if my tree grows, then it will receive adequate light. The latter statement may indeed be true, but it suggests that the growing leads to, and precedes, getting adequate light, as often happens with trees competing with one another for available light. By contrast, the former suggests that getting adequate light is required, and hence precedes, growing, as happens with all photosynthetic organisms. A major problem with E1, E3 is with the tense in the consequence. The word then makes it natural to use future tense, probably because then is used both in a logical sense and in a temporal sense. For example, recall and then. If we insist on translating only if statements into if-then statements, following the method above, then we must adjust the tenses appropriately. So, for example, getting adequate light precedes growing, so the appropriate tense is not simple future but future perfect. Adjusting the tenses in this manner, we obtain the following reparaphrases of E1, E3. P1 if I get an A in logic, then I will have taken the exams. P2 if I get into law school, then I will have taken the LSAT. P3 if my tree grows, then it will have received adequate light. Unlike the corresponding statements using simple future, these statements, which use future perfect tense, are more plausible paraphrases of the original only if statements. Nonetheless, not A if not B remains the generally most accurate paraphrase of A only if B,